everyone, we're Homeschool for Real, and today we are coming to a homeschooling home where we'll be meeting a family, and this is a lovely Christian family that comprises of a mum and a dad, and they're in their 14th year of homeschooling. They have 8 lovely children, ranging from 18 years down to 2, and 4 boys and 4 girls, and they've been homeschooling since the start. Let's go knock on their door and have a tour. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Welcome.
Nice to meet you.
Come on in. All right. Follow me. Straighten our wax on. Okay. Hello. This is my homeschool setup. So I'm just going to run you through this. So having 8 children, we have a lot of children that are homeschooling. At the moment, though, we only have 4. 2 of our children, our oldest ones, have graduated. So we've just found that this kind of setup is working well for us. Basically, each child has, I'll do this one down here, each child has a box, and in this box, if you want, we can have a look in. They're books that they're going to go through for the year or for the next term or whatever. It just depends on how organised I am with ordering the books. And then they each have a set of drawers. So one drawer has the book that they're working on at the moment in each subject, and then the other drawer has their stationery, pencil case, etc., rulers, whatnot. Let me see. I have a spare box now because I've only got 4 homeschooling at the moment. So this box is for the books when they're finished. So when they've finished a workbook, they've done the test, it goes into this box. And then when this box is full, I will put it up in the manhole, up in the garage.
So all children put their books in that one box?
Yes, yes. Mm-hmm. Okay, so this here are just basically, according to subjects, is just extra resources that I've got. So I've got some math stuff up there. I've got science and history a bit here, some grammar, English there, and we'll just use them as I need it. So for example, you know, with children learning to read, I'll be going through these things here with readers and whatnot. I've got my devotional materials up here. So every morning, well, actually not every morning. I'd like it to be every morning, but not that organised. Usually my hope is each morning we'll do devotion, and these are my favourite devotional resources, so I have them up there handy to get to. I have DVDs, CDs chucked away in there, and I have laptops that are in there charging, and I've got their, what do you call them, goal charts here for the kids. So when they finish a workbook and they've done the test and I've marked it or sorted through, they can come and put a sticker up here to show, and it kind of gives them an idea of what they're aiming to get done during the whole year.
Do your children each have a laptop? No.
So actually normally there's a little blue laptop in there, but my daughter's taken it with her today because she's doing a cert free. So she's got that with her today. So this is my laptop, which is the no-touch laptop. No one else is allowed to touch that because I've learned the hard way. But so I've got a little blue laptop there, and that's for the kids to use. So yes, that's that there. Okay, so what else have I got? Over this way. This is just where basically I keep most of my things because I'm in charge of all the paperwork in the house. So bills and just basically this is more personal stuff. I do have some extra resources up here that are homeschooling resources, and they're not really used that much. But I keep them because they're pretty good and I don't want to get rid of them. And then I've also got something up here like school papers, so anything, you know, tests that I keep. Once they've done their test, I'll keep them in there until I have to, well, you know, with DE, send them away. So school papers are in there. And what else is school related here? Oh, just papers here. So if they need some good paper or cardboard, I keep that there. Scrap paper up there. I also actually, as a part of my schooling, so I use a calendar, a planner that I've got over there. So if we do something like this Friday, we're doing the robotic dairy tour, and I will... What was it? Okay, so I'm doing the robotic dairy tour on Friday, so I've got that on my planner. And then at the end of every month, I tear the planner off, and I keep them in here. So I have a record of everything that we've done, you know, extra curriculum on there. And then, depending on DE schools, sometimes DE schools will want you to fill out extracurricular things that you've done. And so I can just refer to my planner and say, yes, we did this, or we did this, or whatever. So I use that as well. I think that's about it for the schooling side. I do have arts and crafts in here and over there. I'll just move this table away. I've got this here as well to store extra things like, in here I've got some science experiments, and I think there's more science experiments there. I've got some big folders, you know, Story of the World, there's those big folders full of activities and whatnot, so they're in there. And I do have a whole box full of extra stationery. I do not know why I have a whole box. Like, you know, you never know when you're going to have a pen emergency. I have a habit of collecting stationery, so that's that.
I think we all do.
Okay, so the only other thing I guess that I've got school-wise in the house is books. So I've got like a bookcase in the study, and there's some bookcases behind the kitchen shelf, kitchen bench there. So they're just reading books and extra books that they can just read.
Great. And where do your children actually do their work?
School. Okay, so a couple of places, usually around here or out here. We've got our dining table.
And around the corner.
Yeah, it just depends on time of year. Like, for example, now that it's winter, it's nice and warm out there in the morning because the sun comes in, so they'll go out there. Or otherwise, they'll be sent to my bedroom or another room if they're not doing what they should be doing. But usually they're here or there, and I don't really give them allocated places where they have to go, but they know it's here or there. But this is my chair. No one can sit in this chair.
So you sit down with your children while they're doing their schoolwork, or are you up and about?
Yeah, up and about mostly, because I have a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old. So there's a lot of, checking on them. But I do sit down quite a bit as well, because I have a 10-year-old and an 8-year-old. So I still have to spend quite a bit of time with them and, just going through their work, checking their work, helping them with things that they're stuck with. But it's a bit of both. But, yeah, it just depends on the day, what's going on, how nice my toddlers are being to them.
And do your toddlers sit out here and participate? No.
Well, usually what I'll try to do is have a routine with them. So with the toddlers, I get them into a thing called room time. So they have their own little toys, and they have like their own little thing that they're doing in their room for an hour. And that's the plan. It doesn't always go to plan. So that's why I have to sometimes bolt off, because, one of them's decided they want to go and do something else or whatnot. And then sometimes through the second session of the day, I'll have one of them say, can I come and do school, Mummy? And so they might come up and do some things. But there's nothing that really I'm doing formally with them at the moment.
So on a school day, when a child starts schoolwork, do you let them know what's required for the day, or you just work on it until it's time to pack away for lunch, or it's an outing, or...
Yep. Usually it's just time.
Yeah.
It's not, I want you to get this amount of work done in a certain amount of time. I have done that approach before, and I will maybe do it at different times, just depending on, the child and what level they're at and what their attitude's been like.
Yeah.
So, usually we'll have a session in the morning of school, and it will finish at a certain time.
Yeah.
Regardless.
Yeah.
But if I find that there's been a bit of an attitude, the child's not doing what they should be doing, then I will just say, well, you know what, you need to stay for an extra 10 minutes or whatever it may be. So, yeah, we're more kind of time-based rather than goal-oriented, because the other reason is too, sometimes they will fly through work, and then other times they'll get stuck on something, and so I might say, yep, do this amount of pages. And if they're stuck on that and they're finding it really difficult, then they could be there for a long time. And one thing I think, that's a bit sad for them. But not only that, I'm trying, because I've got other kids, I'm trying to run to a bit of a schedule. We're having lunch at this time, we're all going outside at this time. So I kind of need everyone to fit into that schedule with me too, to a certain degree.
Yeah. That makes sense. We'd like to thank our homeschool mum for having us and sharing her homeschool setup. For more information on homeschooling, subscribe to our website, homeschoolforreal.com. Happy homeschooling!